Hi everyone, it's Lisa and I'm videotaping here at the Paris-Bourbon County Library, and today we are going to be making this wonderful little banner using book pages and the shape of an acorn. So I'm going to describe the materials that you're going to need, but I'm also going to put this one together for you today and tell you some modifications that you can make to make these a little bit more personal. So let me move my acorns to the side and let's look at our materials. The first thing that you're going to need is your acorn pattern, and you will get 6 of these in your kit. There will be a kit available for this, first come, first serve. You will get 6 of these for 6 acorns, and you will also get a copy of the top of the acorn as well. So you'll have 1 of these, you can trace, but you'll need 6 of these or more. You could actually have more. I'm just providing enough templates for 6. You will also need book pages, and you will need 6 book pages. They will be provided in your kit. You will need some way of putting your banner together or hanging your banner, so you could use some very thin twine. We've got a very thin rope here. You could use leather, you could use ribbon, you could choose whatever you wanted and whatever you had. You will be getting in your kit either the rope or the twine. I am embellishing mine with a bit of fabric, and so I have these fall colors. I didn't want to make it Halloween. We're past that. We're looking forward to Thanksgiving, and so I included a few strips of this on mine. If you have a fabric at home, I'll show you how to take care of that. You will also need some scrapbook paper or any paper for the top of it. Now, I happen to have scrapbook paper, a lot of it in fun colors and shapes. That's just part of it. I have the plaid. I wasn't too fancy on that for the acorn, but some of it's very pretty. This is the one I will choose sheets from. I'll let you look really quickly, that are more of the fall colors. So in your kit, you will get enough for 3 of one color and 3 of a different color, but they will be fall colors so that you can rotate those every other one on your banner. And we'll be using this one. And then other things that you're going to need scissors, you're going to need Mod Podge. I'm using matte. This is not in your kit. If you are a person who views my crafts or any craft online very often, you will note that it's important to have Mod Podge around. So buy yourself some Mod Podge. I prefer the matte. You could use the gloss if you chose. I also needed a paper plate. I've got a sponge brush here, and I believe that is everything that we need. So let's get started with the directions for this. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out my pattern. Now, this is going to be the back of your, it's going to be the pattern for the acorn, but it's also going to be the back of your acorn. If you prefer felt, felt would also be a nice backing to your acorn. Let me cut this out very quickly, and all I'm simply going to do is pause for a moment and find something to trace with. So I did leave that off my list. I'm going to need a pencil or a pen. So let me finish this very quickly, and we will get one. I believe I see one on the counter. Now, you do not have to do an acorn. I saw a wonderful fall leaf shape that was very simple to cut out. It would be beautiful out of the book page, out of the book pages. So Pause for a second. Okay, I have my pen. And you might want to look at your page. These are from a random book, but you know, sometimes people do read them, so you might want to choose the side that, I don't know, the words might be more appropriate. Let me get another one. Here we go. Not that people are going to stand and read it, but you do not want a glaring word on your banner. Now I cut out the whole thing again, but ideally the only part that's going to be seen is the bottom part. The top part of this is going to be covered with scrapbook paper. So we're going to do a quick cut. And our next step will be to Mod Podge this to my template. I hope you had a wonderful Halloween and are looking forward to fall and all those things that go with the fall season. So now I'm taking my Mod Podge and I'm covering my pattern with Mod Podge. And I'm going to make sure this is lined up. So I'm going to take it out of my paper plates. I'm going to line up at the bottom and smooth that out. And now I've attached the book page to the pattern. The next step is to cut my Acorn top. So I'm going to use a piece of paper that I have previously used. I'm trying to conserve my paper a little bit. And this one I have been cutting on before. So I'm going to match up and make sure that my pattern is where I want it. And down here at the bottom, I'm going to put that over there to dry for just a moment. And as you can tell, all I'm doing here is tracing. I like this. This looks like vintage wallpaper. I love it. And I'm going to cut. And I have all of this left, and you know that we upcycle and recycle, so we're going to continue with that sheet of paper on another project. I'm just cutting along my line. You know, after you make this banner, you know, what can you do with it? I was reading online about a family who had a wonderful little routine that they had on Thanksgiving, and that was to take, each person took an acorn, and on it they wrote what they were thankful for, and then at the end of the meal they hung their acorns, excuse me, by the mantle. And I thought that's wonderful because you could keep that from year to year. Now I'm going to go back to my acorn and I'm going to apply a thin layer of Mod Podge to the top of the acorn. And I'm going to put, oops, excuse me, my acorn together. Now I can trim up any white space that I see. I've got a little wrinkle right there, but you can't see it. Here you can see a little bit of white space. All I'm doing is taking my scissors and just trimming them up. Not all acorns are exactly the same, as you well know. So I'm just trimming up any of the white space I see. And then the last step on this is up to you. Now you can leave it as is. The final step on these, and I'm going to finish them, is to Mod Podge a matte finish over the top of them. And again, you can do the back of it. I'm not too concerned about the back. You can make the back out of felt if you like. These are already Mod Podged. So real quickly, I'm going to give these two a quick coat and dry them, and then we will be ready to put our banner together, our fall banner. So I'm giving a messy, messy coat here. And this dries very quickly, but I will take a pause and I will use my hair dryer so we can get back to this. So I'm going to pause and get the other one finished, and I'll be right back. Okay, everyone, I'm back and all my pieces are dry here. Now I'm gonna have more than 6 here. I'm gonna have 7, but that's not an issue. I'm going to attach these using these very tiny clothespins. I got this whole pack at the Dollar Tree. I think there's 50 pieces in there. So if you're going to make your banner longer than 6, because I'm giving you 6 patterns, then you might want to pick some of these up. I will include 6 of these as well. Now here's what I have done, here's what I have started. I wanted this to be rustic, and so I just knotted one in, and I put some of my rustic fabric here. And then I know I'm going to put an acorn here, a different type of fabric, again, a closed clip, a different type of fabric, and so forth, so that there was a little color on there as well. So I'm going to put this together really quickly and let you look at it, and we'll make any revisions that we need to. But these are just going to clip on the top, in the center. And because these are all fall colors, it doesn't have to be a particular color scheme, however you choose for it to be. You can make them all the same color if you choose. The good thing about this, it can be used year after year. The best way to store this is to fold it on top of each other and put it in a book, maybe a fall book that you have out that you put out every year, included in that. And remember, you can also do this for Christmas bells or ornament balls. You can make those and put those on here as well. Now I have space for 2 more, so what I'm going to do here is use another one of my clothespins. These are so cute. Now these are the natural ones. You can buy these stained. And that, my friends, is your Acorn. I'm going to lay that out for you a little bit. I want you to see. Each of the pieces of Acorn, or each of the acorns. Now, I think you can see that or see most of that on the video right now. But you can see how pretty this is, how functional for the holiday. It lets us transition from Halloween to fall, and what a wonderful way to do this. Think about how you can change it up. This does not have to be paper at the top. It could be a beautiful piece of fabric that you've Mod Podged on there as well. And don't forget, you can add twine or roping anywhere that you like on here. You can get a gold or a silver or a copper glitter and add highlights of glitter along the top of the Acorn. You can write on these. You can put Cricut letters on them. You can do whatever you choose. And once they're Mod Podged, they should be fine year after year. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you make one of the banners or pick up one of the kits, show us what you're doing with it on our Facebook page, and keep crafting.